Today we're taking a look at these NCAAF matches, which are happening on Friday, December 2nd, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus, if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the highstack.es Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. The Akron Zips are allowing an average of 34.5 points per game. Akron gives up 174.9 yards rushing and 241.9 yards passing, for a total of 416.8 yards per game. The leading tackler for Akron is linebacker Bubba Arslanian with 118. The leader in quarterback sacks is lineman Victor Jones with 4.5, and the leader in interceptions with 2 is cornerback Tyson Durant. Akron has made 16 quarterback sacks and 8 interceptions. Akron's offense is scoring an average of 21.7 points per game and averaging 378.6 yards of total offense. Akron has an average of just 93.0 yards rushing and 285.6 yards passing per game. The Akron offense is led by quarterback DJ Irons, who is questionable for Saturday and who missed the most recent Akron game. Irons has 2,605 yards passing with 10 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, while backup quarterback Jeff Undercuffler Jr. has thrown for 537 yards with 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Akron's running game is led by Cam Wiley with 486 yards and 5 touchdowns. Shock Lewis and Alex Adams each have 837 yards receiving, and the two have combined for 10 touchdown receptions. Buffalo's defense is giving up too much as the Bulls are allowing an average of 27.6 points per game. The Bulls are allowing an average of 186.3 yards rushing, but only 212.7 yards passing, for a total of 399.0 yards per game. The leading tackler for Buffalo is linebacker Sean Dulac with 123. The leader in quarterback sacks is tackle Damon Williams with 3.5, and the leader in interceptions is safety Marcus Fuqua with 5. Buffalo has made 19 quarterback sacks and interceptions. The difference in this matchup will be Buffalo's strong running attack against a weak Akron defense against the run. Buffalo is averaging 154.2 yards per game rushing, while Akron is allowing an average of 174.9 yards on the ground per game. Akron's strength on offense is its passing attack that averages 285.6 yards per game, which is 18th in the nation, but will be facing a Buffalo defense that is allowing an average of only 212.7 yards per game, which is 53rd in the nation. If Akron is forced to run, the Zips are averaging just 93.0 yards per game on the ground. When playing head-to-head, Buffalo has covered the spread in each of the last 4 against Akron and in each of the last 5 played at home against the Zips. Take Buffalo Bulls minus 11.5 points. Akron won its first game of the season, then proceeded to lose 9 in a row, before breaking that streak last week in a 44-12 routing of the Northern Illinois Huskies. QB Jeff Undercuffler had 3 TDs, 1 int, and 312 yards on 21 seconds passing in the Zips' first conference win of the season. They rushed 37 times for 200 yards, while the defense secured 2 ints, 2 sacks, and 6 tackles for loss. Overall, Akron is a pass-focused team. They have the 9th highest pass play percentage at 59.41%. It tends to pay off with their completion rate of 65.23%, top 25 in the nation. That attack is hampered by their QB sack percentage, 9.54%, one of the highest rates in the country. Their defense leaves a lot to be desired, allowing 0.523 points per play and one of the highest 4D conversion percentages in the nation, 70.59%. Akron had fought through the first season under head coach Joe Moorhead with more production and promise than previous years, but without the results to show for it. Jeff Undercuffler stepped up with his best performance of the season, throwing for 312 yards and 3 scores in the stunning 44-12 win over Northern Illinois for the first win of the year over an FBS team. The offense hasn't been a problem and should bomb away on Buffalo, too. The UB pass defense hasn't been bad overall, but Ohio was able to roll for over 300 yards and 5 scores a few weeks ago. The run defense disappeared, and it's been an ugly 3-game losing streak without a win since October 22. The Bulls are looking to earn bowl eligibility with a win over Akron. They started their season off on the wrong foot with 3 losses before rattling off 5 straight wins before another 3-game losing streak leading up to this contest. It's been a roller coaster, but they're due for a turnaround if the pattern holds. Their most recent loss was a 30-27 overtime heartbreaker against Kent State. QB Cole Snyder threw 20-28s for 165 yards and 0 TDs. RB Matt Myers had all 3 rushing TDs for the team and 109 yards to go with. The defense had 1 int, 3 sacks, and 8 tackles for loss. While their record doesn't seem all that impressive on its face, there are some critical data points that paint a clearer picture. The Bulls are a win away from a nice trip, various gifts and prizes, and more football. It's this simple. Win, go to a bowl game. Lose, and the season is over. The Bulls have to control the clock and the game from the start. They're good at operating at their own pace, and Akron has too many problems consistently converting on 3rd downs to keep things going, the Northern Illinois game aside. The offense has stalled a bit, but it doesn't have a bit problem with turnovers. Akron is good for at least 2 giveaways, probably 3, and few teams are better at taking advantage of its chances with UB terrific in the red zone. First, Buffalo has a top 25 defense on 3rd and 4th downs. They hold opponents to a 32.81% conversion rate on 3D, ranked 19th, and 41.67% on 4D, ranked 23rd. They also boast the 5th most takeaways per game with 2.1. Even better, their own offense is exceptionally effective when they get to the red zone, converting at a clip of 91.43%, the 12th highest in the country. They like to run, rushing 43.9 times per game, 9th most in the nation. The over has hit in Buffalo's last 4 games, and the last 2 for Akron as well. The Zips are coming off their best defensive performance of the year, and the Bulls are nearly in the top 50 in points per game with 29.4. Akron gives up one of the highest points per play of any team in the country, 0.523, and Buffalo isn't too far behind with 0.405. 2 teams with better offenses than defenses, and they're both on streaks. Ride the over 55.5 points.